How to identify a dependent system of equations. Imagine you have two equations and you're trying to figure out if they tell the same story or if they are different. That's what identifying a dependent system of equations is all about. When equations are dependent, they actually describe the same line or plane, so they have infinitely many solutions. It's like having two maps that show the same road, just drawn differently. One way to spot this is by graphing. If you graph both equations and they lie exactly on top of each other, then they are dependent. They are the same line or plane, so every point on one is also on the other. This is the easiest visual clue. Another method is to look at the equations in slope-intercept form, which is written as y equals m times x plus b here. M is the slope and b is the y-intercept. If both equations have the same slope and the same y-intercept, then they are dependent because they are the same line. For example, if one equation is y equals 2 times x plus 3, and the other is y equals 2 times x plus 3, they are dependent. You can also check the equations in standard form, which looks like a times x plus b times y equals c to see if they are dependent. Compare the ratios of the coefficients. If one equation's coefficients are all multiples of the others, then the system is dependent. For example, if one equation has coefficients to 4x, for 4y, and 6 for c, and the other has 1, 2, and 3 respectively, then the second is just the first multiplied by 1/2. This means they are dependent. When solving algebraically, if you find that one equation can be turned into the other by multiplying by a constant, then the system is dependent. Also, if during elimination or substitution you end up with a statement like 0 equals 0, that confirms the equations are dependent. Finally, think about the solutions. Dependent systems have infinitely many solutions because they describe the same line or plane. In contrast, independent systems have just one solution where the lines cross, and inconsistent systems have no solutions because the lines are parallel and never meet. Knowing how to identify dependent systems helps you understand the relationship between equations. It shows whether they give you unique information or just repeat the same thing in different ways. This concept applies whether you're working with two variables in a plane or more variables in space. When equations are multiples of each other, they are dependent, and that means they have infinitely many solutions.